Dear students, welcome back to Standard 8 General Science. This is the second module of the chapter Ecosystems. In this module, we will be learning about two types of biomes, that is land biomes, aquatic biomes, diminishment of ecosystem due to human interference, as well as human activities responsible for diminishment of ecosystems. Shall we recollect our previous module, children? The world around us is made up of living and non-living factors. Living things are called biotic factors, while non-living things are called as abiotic factors. There is a continuous interaction between these living and non-living factors. The structure which is formed due to these reciprocal relationships is called as an ecosystem. Each and every abiotic factor, that is air, water, soil, sunlight, temperature, humidity, affects the biotic factors in the ecosystem. Most of the ecosystems are complex and there is tremendous quantitative and qualitative variety of species in them. Types of ecosystems are formed according to size, place, climate, types of plants and animals. A specific ecosystem develops in a vast area and such large ecosystems are called as biomes. Two types of biomes are found on the earth, land biomes and aquatic biomes. Shall we learn about them in detail, children? First, about land biomes. The name itself tells that the biomes which exist only on land. These are called land biomes. If you see, due to unequal distribution of abiotic factors, different types of ecosystems exist. This we understood. Take, for example, of land biomes are grasslands, evergreen forest, deserts, Iceland ecosystem, ecosystems in taiga, tropical rainforest, like that. If we take grassland ecosystem, grasslands develop where rainfall is not enough to grow big trees. So there will be vast growth of grass found in this ecosystem as depicted in the picture. There will be vast growth of grass. So the summer will be longer and there will be limited rain. This develop dwarf plants in this area, that is shorter plants in these areas. If you see in the picture, you can see the goats grazing. So animals like goat, sheep, giraffe, zebra, elephant, deer, chital. Chital is also a type of deer. Tiger, lion, etc. are found in this ecosystem. We know that they are dependent upon grass. Similarly, various birds, insects, microbes are also present in this ecosystem. The next is evergreen forest. This we know very well. It is a natural ecosystem where variety of plants, animals and abiotic factors are found. Children, see this table. This table gives you details of national parks or sanctuaries and the state in which they are present. The first one is Gir. Gir is present in the state of Gujarat. Then Dachigam. Dachigam is in Jammu and Kashmir. Third one is Ranthambore. Ranthambore is present in the state of Rajasthan. Do you know where Dajipur is present? Dajipur is present near Kolhapur, that is the state of Maharashtra. Then Gaziranga. Gaziranga is in Assam. Then the next is Sundarban. Sundarban is present in the state of West Bengal. Second one is Melghat. Melghat is in Amravati. The next one is Periyar. Periyar is in Kerala. Do you know, children? Many ecosystems are conserved in around 520 sanctuaries and national parks in India. Take for example, the Great Himalayan National Park is the largest sanctuary where white panther, that is a rare species, is conserved. Elephants, wild bears, buffaloes, deers, tigers, panthers are conserved in Kaziranga National Park, that is there in Assam. Two-thirds of total number of single-horned rhinos, this we have learned in our previous module, is found at Kaziranga. The sanctuary at Bharatpur, it is famous for aquatic birds. Ranthambore Sanctuary is famous for tigers. Gir Forest in Gujarat is the only habitat for spectacular Asiatic lion. Shall we learn about aquatic ecosystem, children? Aquatic ecosystem, we know that 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water and only 29% has land on it. So, the study of aquatic biomes becomes very important. According to area, aquatic biomes are widespread. Types of aquatic ecosystems are freshwater ecosystem, marine ecosystem that mainly consist of sea and ocean, creek ecosystem. Under freshwater ecosystem, you can guess, yes, ponds, lakes and rivers are included in aquatic ecosystem. Here, the transition of energy is through water current and rivers. So decomposers, if you see, they will be at the bottom of the water reservoirs. They decompose the dead bodies of the plants and animals and convert them into abiotic factors. In marine ecosystem, children, marine plants grow in these ecosystems. Shallow water, they contain small fishes, prawns, feeding on algae. Shallow is very less in depth. The central part of the sea has less number of aquatic living organisms. Large fishes are the secondary consumers, small fishes are the primary consumers. Ocean has a large amount of nutrients that we know. The bottom of oceans has more number of decomposers. So dead bodies of plants and animals, waste materials, they are decomposed by bacteria in this ecosystem as well. All these beautiful ecosystems, whether at land or sea, there is diminishment due to human interference. Nature will not destroy itself, but humans do destroy the nature. Many human activities have side effects on functions of ecosystem and cause their diminishment. Take for example, activities like mining for minerals, precious metals, etc. Excessive cutting of trees. They change the use of land. So what happens? The interaction between biotic and abiotic factors are highly affected. Different human activities have different effects of ecosystem, children. There can be transformation of an ecosystem from one to another. I can give you an example. If humans want to build a dam in a forest area that is there in the mountains. So what they will do, in between the mountains, they will construct a huge dam and they will start saving water from the river. So the amount of water you can imagine in a dam, this submerges the forest that was there in the mountains, isn't it? So the forest is a land ecosystem. Due to the construction of dam, it will be converted into a aquatic ecosystem. Understood? So not only that, sometimes it will lead to extinction of some species as well. We are now going to discuss detail about the human activities that are responsible for diminishment of ecosystems. The first reason is, children, increasing use of resources. Why do we want to increase resources? To feed the increasing population. We know that humans are the consumers in an ecosystem. So ecosystem can provide basic needs in normal conditions. What are the basic needs of man, children? Food and shelter. But there is so much of population, man kept on snatching the natural resources on a large scale. He didn't worry about the animals and plants or ecosystem that he is damaging. To feed the increasing population, man started grabbing natural resources on a large scale. Not only grabbing, the changing lifestyle, it demands more than necessary. So you can look around your home, children. You can find so many things that you haven't used for years. You can take your dresses also, for example. Think over it. So this has increased the stress on the ecosystem. Obviously, directly or indirectly, we get all the materials from nature only. So this increased the stress on the nature, and it has generated vast amount of waste. Next important reason is urbanization. People have started accumulating over a large area so that they can benefit from each other. So that is how urbanization started. So people started to live in a single area. So, due to the continuous process of urbanization, more and more agricultural lands, marshlands, wetlands, forests, grasslands, everything are being destroyed for buildings and other basic facilities around. So, as a result of this human interference, ecosystem either change or they are destroyed completely. This is the major cause of pollution and deforestation, children. Industrialization as well as traffic. Being living in a busy city like Mumbai, I don't need to say the extent of traffic we are all experiencing. If we see industries, industries need raw materials to function. The raw materials required can be obtained by definitely by destroying forest and natural resources only. So this result in deforestation, that is destruction of forests. To provide the amenities for increased traffic, children, many times roads and railways are built through forest and wetlands. Not only that, the existing roads are extended many times. If you have seen, the roadside trees are all destroyed due to this extension. The next thing that we are going to discuss is about tourism. So when you visit a tourist place, what do? You enjoy a lot. So people visit scenic places mainly for watching nature, entertainment, and they visit sacred places like temples. So a lot of amenities has to be created for the tourist. So you want to visit a place where there is no basic facilities like lodging and boarding or food is available, isn't it? So to provide it, many natural forest and everything has to be destroyed. So this causes destruction in the local system, and there is increased stress in the existing local system also. You can see that in many places, that is a busy places where so much tourists arrive, where it is a sacred place or a general place, you see it swarms with the people, and there is a lot of pollution also. As I told earlier, constructing large dams. So dams, as we know, it covers vast lands. So the forest or grassland in that area gets converted into aquatic ecosystem. This is what I am telling about. Land ecosystem getting converted into aquatic ecosystems. So dams also lessen the water current in lower area, that is the river was flowing. Due to that flow, there will be some living things exist on the river. If you stop the flow, the living things, those living things cannot survive. So therefore the previous ecosystem in that running water, what it will do, it will get destroyed. Children, use your brain power for the following situation. Which biotic factors get affected due to a dam? Living things on the land will be submerged underwater due to construction of dam. So their habitat and ecosystem will be damaged. What will be the effect of biotic factors in the running water of river, children? If you see types of fishes such as snow trout, catfish, and loaches, they will be pulled into the intakes, okay, due to the running water, and they get killed. Fish food organism will be highly affected by reduced flow rate, and new species will invade areas with a slow current. Flooding of the surrounding habitat around the dam also kills the trees and other plants. The other factor that affects ecosystem is wars between countries. Differences and competition over land, water, and natural resources, and sometimes there will be economical and political reasons lead to war among human races. Heavy bombing and mine explosions are done in war. So this not only life threatening but also changes or destroy natural ecosystem. The natural disasters, that is earthquake, volcano, flood, droughts, and human interference, they result in destruction of ecosystem. So natural ecosystem must be protected as they maintain balance in the biosphere. Shall we summarize the module, children? The biomes which exist only on land are called land biomes. Due to unequal distribution of abiotic factors, different types of ecosystems exist. Example, grasslands, evergreen forest, deserts, iceland ecosystem, ecosystems in taiga, tropical rainforests, etc. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water and only 29% has land on it. Therefore, study of aquatic biomes becomes very important. The types of aquatic ecosystems are freshwater, marine ecosystem, and creek ecosystem. Many human activities have side effects on functions of ecosystem and cause their diminishment. There can be transformation of an ecosystem from one to another or extinction of a species. Changing lifestyle demands more than necessary. That has increased stress on the ecosystems and has generated vast amount of waste. Due to continuous processes of urbanization, more and more agricultural lands, marshlands, wetlands, forests, and grasslands are being destroyed for buildings and other basic facilities around. Raw materials required for industrialization are obtained by destroying forests. People visit scenic places mainly for nature watch, entertainment, and visit sacred places. This causes destruction of local system due to increased stress. Hope you have enjoyed this chapter, children. Thank you for listening.